Hello everyone, welcome back into the studio. Welcome if you're a listener, a viewer, or anyone else in between. I'm your lovely host, Mr. Green. You can't see it right now, but I'm putting on sunglasses behind my recording software. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering, Green, what are we doing this week for KAIJUNE? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear listener. I'm glad you asked, dear viewer. I'm glad you just asked. Or you didn't. I could not care less. I'm going to show you anyway. This is pre-recorded even if you're not asking. So, what we're doing this week is we're going to go over the near final week of KAIJUNE. Just one more to go, and well, yeah, that'll be it. This entire journey has been splendid and super fun for me to do with all of you. I've been looking at the community over on Tumblr, over on, well, basically all of YouTube, everywhere else in other kind of places on the internet, and well, frankly, people have been having a lot of fun drawing kaijus and monsters and all that jazz. So, yeah. Let's not keep you any longer. I'm sure you're all excited to find out what this new week of KAIJUNE brings. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Day 15, Warden. Now, when it came down to this day, the specific thing I wanted to do was make a turtle shell, because I was looking up different animal skeletons I could use for this, because I really wanted it to just not be an actual kaiju, but more of a prison that was kaiju sized and looked like it was made from a kaiju skeleton. And frankly, I think I did pretty well trying to mimic that giant turtle aspect, but also not making it a regular turtle that, well, it doesn't look like a turtle skull or skeleton. You can see the top left, there's a little picture of a turtle skeleton over there, and yeah. For this one, I tried to really emulate what the prison was. It's magical, it's glowy, it's giant, and it's basically just half a planet sized. And the bird I added onto it is just for lore reasons. I tried to really play along with a bit more shading and glow effects this time, but the way layers work, I really just can't figure it out anymore. It's really confusing sometimes. I'm gonna figure it out eventually one of these days, but it so far has worked amazingly in my favor. But this kaiju especially has been my favorite from this week. Among the others I made, this one for some reason just clicks with me so well. I just love the way I did the mouth, the trees and everything. The colors especially. It just works. And frankly, I don't think I need to talk more about it because it's just that good. So yeah, that's day 15, Warden. Day 16, Architect. This one, I didn't exactly know what I was going to do for this one, honestly. I was thinking I was going to do something a bit more stone golem-y or something else, but I remembered I have another faction in this fantasy sci-fi world I'm building, so I might as well use it, right? So I decided I'm going to make it a bit of an ethereal giant space worm that literally makes those little drawing grids art professors make you draw for perspective learning. I know, pretty cool, right? I try. So, when I was drawing this, I basically wanted to try a different art style for it, a bit of it, well, not much of an art style, but more of a different line art style. I tried to do colored line art instead of, like, just straight up black line art. I did colored line art for the legs, the shells, the body, and when it came down to the coloring, I took this glitter brush I had, and that's how I did the stars and everything. And when it came down to the layering of the glow effects, I basically layered one on top of another, moved it a little bit, and then just tried to make it look like it was frantically moving around constantly. And I don't think I captured that perfectly, but I think I tried it enough that it looks good. Frankly, I think this one's pretty good too. Honestly, this week hasn't had one that I'm not exactly proud of. I'm very happy with my art style recently, especially with these drawings, and honestly, it's been the most fun I've had this week. So yeah, that's day 16, Architect. Day 17, Servant. Now, how do I explain why this one's so silly and goofy already? I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do for Servant. I literally couldn't think of an idea, but then the idea popped into my head. Why don't I just make silly little cosmic guys? So I did. I mean, they turned out pretty good. I don't really have much to say about them. They were just messy caricatures I brought to life. Of characters of what? I'm sure you're asking? Well, nothing really. I was just thinking random human silhouettes go, and well, this happened, so yeah. I'm still happy about it. It's adorable, and I love the little goofy silly guys I made, so yeah, pretty proud of it. That's day 17. Servant. Day 18. Oracle. What do you do when you want to just absolutely break your limits? What do you do when you absolutely just want to ham out a drawing just because it's such a cool character design that you made back in like 2024 when you were just bored in school doodling on your sketchbook? That's what I thought, and that's what I made. The Oracle has been a design that's been just dusting in my sketchbook for basically 2 years now, and I'm so glad I finally get to put digital pen to paper and draw this beautiful giant scenery of it. The scale, the wings, the feathers, the rendering, the tail, the eyes, the background, everything about it screams how massive it is and how ethereal it feels. I tried to capture as much of that godly being energy into it. I tried to capture as much of that child that far surpassed its parent feeling as much as I could. Obviously, the fates from Greek mythology directly inspired the lore for this, but as much as the design went, I thought owls are really cool, and they're often compared to wise people, and they're basically considered the wise men of animals, and I thought, okay, so how about I just put a bunch of eyes in its face, give it a lizard tail, burn one pair of its wings, and try to make it like biblically accurate angel-like. And I had a lot of fun just working on that because it feels just so ridiculously cool for how long this actually took. It's one of the designs I'm not even particularly extremely proud of. It's just one of the designs I was expecting to have a lot of trouble cooking up, color-wise especially, because I didn't color it in my sketchbook. I didn't do basically anything for it. But yeah, this one, extremely proud of it. So proud, in fact, that I'm willing to stake this entire KAIJUNE. This is going to be my favorite drawing of today's week, or just generally this entire year, because I love how I did the little beam of light that's just showering down in front of the little guy in front of us. I honestly have no more words to talk about this one. It's just so beautiful. Anyway, that's day 18, Oracle. Day 19, Hunter. So starting off, I don't know what I exactly wanted to do for this one because I initially wrote the prompt list before I decided I was going to make a hunter's journal for this. So I decided what better to do than turn the actual hunter into a kaiju himself. Sprinkle into his lore that he accidentally drank some kaiju blood and didn't expect himself to turn into a kaiju. So yeah, that's basically what happened. I tore up his face a little, put a skull in there, had a bit of trouble with the posing, but other than that, I really had fun drawing the blood in this one. I've been struggling to find a good way to draw blood, and I think I finally found one with this little bubbly globby thing where it's just got one flat color on the bottom layer, another where it's just a bit of a darker color, and on top of that a little highlight bubble on top, and it just, for 3 layers of coloring, it makes it look really well. I didn't even have to shade this one because I thought it just looks so good. So yeah, that's day 19, Hunter. Day 20, Cavalry. Okay, were you expecting me not to draw another horse? Horses are just one of my favorite animals in the entire animal kingdom, and I'm expected to draw them more than once in a single month, so it's just filling my quota for the animal that I just absolutely adore so much. So, what does this one design-wise mean to me? Well, I thought, well, I don't have an idea for how to do another horse that doesn't look exactly like the Shogun one I did in week 1, so I thought, how about I just make a horse with a bloody lance, and then instantly compare it to the hunter, making that the kaiju he slaughtered and drank the blood of, because then I'll get another chance to draw that funky blood and make a connection. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of it. It's one of the cooler drawings I did this week. At first, though, it started as a sketch, but then I started, cleaning the sketch up as I went on, and it just kept looking better and better and better. Ah, I just loved it. The first sketch was absolutely abysmal, as you saw, because the leg was all funky, the body was all funky, all of the anatomy was funky because of the reference I was trying to copy, but then I just decided I'm just gonna do a little one where it's, jumping and the spear is, in front of it and all that. And yeah, I really enjoyed drawing this one. The eye glow is one of my favorite parts. I tried to make it look like the little blob of blood behind it looks like a little guy riding it into battle, but it's more like a just little illusion to think that's where its actual body is, where it can actually just stomp on you. Ugh, this is a really good one. I love drawing horses, man. Anyway, that's day 20 cavalry. Day 21. The end of week 3 approaches so swiftly you can't even imagine how fast this just flashed by. It shocks me. It took this long for this to happen. And honestly, yeah, that's fine. That's all good by me. This has been a really fun, good artistic adventure. I've been drawing in between all these, and frankly, I've evolved so much as an artist. So anyway, day 21, guard. This one just naturally came to me as an idea because I remember loving those palace guards in Britain that protect the castle with their giant hats and red coats and stuff, but I decided I wanted to make it a little funky. Funky, how you say? Well, I just wanted to make it look generic, because there's supposed to be just millions of these to be able to protect something, and they just have to look basically as generic as humanly possible. Though I did my best to make it look as boring, but as detailed as I could. Splitting up all the stone into segmented bits, drawing the flames under the line art layer instead of on top of it, and oh god, it's just so good. It's just one of those I really like, and it's not even particularly amazing, because it's just one of those drawings you don't expect to be so good. But then again, that's what art is. It's good stuff. So yeah, that's day 21, week 3 of KAIJUNE. And thank you for listening, viewers, listeners, and everyone in between. I've been your lovely host, Mr. Green. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear about your journey through KAIJUNE this year. And please, have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, or whatever the hell your time zone is. I'm gonna go eat popcorn now. I'm hungry. Bye-bye.